Welcome back to Golf Extra. Harold Varner III was one of the former PGA Tour players who made his way to the LIV Tour last year, lured over by the big offers from the Saudi-backed upstart. However, this league change didn't stop Varner from unleashing some of his trademark directness, this time aimed at his fellow LIV players. But what words did he have for them? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Now, let's get right into how Harold Varner blasted fellow LIV pros. There are some big personalities in the golf world. It's par for the course, pardon the pun, when you have a sport dominated by hardworking individualists. One of the most unique individuals on the tour is Harold Varner III. He hasn't dominated on the tour, rather far from it. The North Carolina-based golfer has only picked up 2 professional victories in his career, one on the PGA Tour of Australasia and one on the Asian Tour. He actually never won on the PGA Tour during his time there, although he did finish 3rd at the 2022 RBC Heritage. More than his playing ability, though, Varner has been known for his sponsorship with the Jordan brand and his direct, animated personality. So, when Varner decided to join the Saudi-backed LIV Golf organization in summer 2022, it was no surprise that when he made a statement, he gave it to his fans directly. I've always been real, so let me tell it to you straight. I've joined the LIV Golf Tour. The PGA Tour has been a life changer. It's given me, an ordinary kid from rural Gastonia, North Carolina, the opportunity to make something out of my life. From my fellow players to the volunteers to the tour employees to the fans, it's been nothing but love. These people, they mean the world to me. Always have, always will. You've watched a young, often crazy kid grow up over these years and develop into a man, become a father, build the HV3 Foundation. I am who I am in large part because of the people who have surrounded me. That's not fluff. That's the truth. Remember when he said he was honest? Believe us, you haven't heard anything yet. His original statement about his move to LIV continued. And yeah, the truth is, my life is changing. The opportunity to join LIV Golf is simply too good of a financial breakthrough for me to pass by. I know what it means to grow up without much. This money is going to ensure that my kid and future Varners will have a solid base to start on, and a life I could have only dreamt about growing up. It'll also help fund many of the programs I'm building with my foundation. I'll continue to forge pathways for kids interested in golf. This note is a receipt for that. This paragraph is noteworthy because many of the other golfers who moved over to LIV were adamant that it wasn't about the money. They've cited various other reasons instead, but more on that later. For now, let's see the rest of Varner's statement. It'll be key later. Your opinion of me may have changed because of this announcement. No lie, that'll be a tough thing to deal with, but I haven't changed. I'm still me. I promise you that. Again, many of the other players who moved over to LIV didn't acknowledge the elephant in the room, that their move was largely unpopular. Varner, again, didn't shy away from this point in announcing his move. It might seem like there wasn't much left for Varner to say about his move, but in a recent interview with the Washington Post, Varner opened up even further for the reasons behind it. Be warned, there's a little bit of foul language involved in his explanation. Varner opened the interview by doubling down on his comment that he moved over for the money and for family security. If my parents were well off, yeah, I'll go play for championships, and the tour has made it where they say it's not about the money. I don't care what anyone else says. It's about the damn money. We generally think about pro athletes as singly focused on championships, winning, and being the best. It doesn't seem like Varner is against winning, but it's a little startling to hear that this isn't the main priority for Varner. He explained further, I'm always going to be good because I can go work in an effing steel fab place and figure it out. But like with a kid, I can't guarantee what I was making at the time. If I died the next day, his wife Amanda would be good forever. And isn't that why we work? I mean, I don't work to say I love what I do. That's bull. That's always been bull to me. You want your kid to have an effing chance. Professional golfer versus worker in a steel fabrication factory? That's not a choice most of us have. But it seems Varner is okay either way. So, what did he say about his fellow LIV players? Mainly, he accused them of not being as direct as he was with the general public about the reasons behind their move to LIV. As we mentioned before, many golfers used other reasons, like a reduced schedule, to explain their career change. Varner didn't go along with this, though, saying that players were lying if they claimed that money wasn't the main reason for their move. They're full of it. They're growing their pockets. I tell them all the time, all of them, you didn't come here to effing grow the effing game. And he had similar words for those in charge of the PGA Tour, saying, those effers aren't mad. They're just mad that you're effing with their money. I think some people are jealous, and that's just the way it is. Maybe Varner's tee shots aren't too direct, but his words sure are. Varner finished his interview by making sure the audience knew one thing. It wasn't all about the money for him. Instead, it was about security and making sure that his family was provided for, even if his play on the golf course was never going to make him a household name. Varner said, everyone says money doesn't make you happy. It doesn't. It hasn't made me happy. It's made me capable. Honestly, it all makes sense, especially for a player like Varner whose earnings aren't necessarily guaranteed. Other players who have sponsorship deals and who are frankly better players don't have that concern. So it's interesting to consider whether those players truly move for the money or for other reasons like they claimed. Take the statement that Dustin Johnson's wife Paulina made in defense of his move to LIV. I don't think Dustin would ever make a bad choice for his children, and people have to understand that at the end of the day, that's who he chose this for. Of course, I get what everyone's saying, but my dad being a hockey player, NHL Hall of Famer Wayne Gretzky, I'm sure as a kid, there were times when I'm like, why does my dad have to play on my birthday? This is about Dustin and the kids and me and taking care of us and being there with us. Okay, that makes sense too. Though LIV has been good to DJ's wallet, he was always a big money maker on the PGA Tour. LIV seems to have given him the chance to be home more, something that his wife understands more than most. Another player who might not have had a monetary concern was Brooks Koepka, who claimed to move to LIV to get a reduced schedule to deal with his ongoing injury issues. What I've had to go through the last 2 years on my knees, the pain, the rehab, all this stuff, we realize you need a little bit of more time off. I'd be the first one to say it's not been an easy last couple years, and I think having a little more break, a little more time at home to make sure I'm 100% before I go play in an event and don't feel like I'm forced to play right away. That was a big thing for me. It was just the burnout part of it. You're not doing a month on the road anymore. So several things could be true. First, Varner definitely moved to LIV for the money, and there's really nothing wrong with that. However, his claim that all LIV players move for the money is still in question, especially when players like Brooks Koepka and Dustin Johnson have pretty valid reasons for their switch, even if the general public opinion is still one of skepticism for their true motives. So, what do you think about Harold Varner III's comments on his fellow LIV players? Do you think that other players will open up about the reasons behind their move? Be sure to leave us a comment with what you think down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can watch our latest content updates as soon as they drop. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.